What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Will back again to do some pitcher projections. Today is August 16th. Um, Yesterday was a decent day. It was pretty good. Um, let's go over it. But before we do that, I'd ask you to like the video, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? If you want access to all the pitcher plays, the home run plays, and more, join the Dub Club, the YouTube executive tier 3 membership. Link is in the description. All right, let's get to it. Yesterday, I was 20 for 28, which was 71%. That was a good day. You know what I mean? And if we look at some of the ones that didn't come through for us, this one was questionable. You know what I mean? It's down as a loss, right? In that game, I was watching it. Because it's the first game of the day. I'm like, hey, how is my picks gonna go? He only pitched three strikeouts. One of the batters got a penalty, and it resulted in a strikeout, and they counted it for Ashcraft. So the batter penalty got the batter a strikeout, and it counted for Ashcraft. He only actually struck three people out, but due to the technicality, it's a loss. So that was a loss. Zach Wheeler. You know what I mean? I didn't expect that one. I didn't see that. He got six, but I thought he could get the seven. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know why I put the three. I should have just stuck with the under. That was just, I thought he would get at least three like he did last time. Kikuchi, three. Like, bro, what? I don't know what that was about. Gordon, he got two. That was kind of expected. I was expecting them. I mean, whatever. He didn't get that one. But anyway, eight, we missed eight. 20 out of 28 for 71%. We also won a couple bets. If we look over the pitcher report from yesterday, that matchup of the day, like I said, Gore won that matchup. He had 7 Ks, Wheeler with six. It's still a good game. Ashcraft, we explained on our two-leg parlay, that which was my pick of the day. I just explained this technicality which caused us to lose it, which I feel like we got robbed. You know what I mean? But whatever, man. Technicalities are technicalities. Look at that shit. You see that? You see that three with the red X? That was some bullshit, bro. Ass performance of the day, Kikuchi. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 Ks, and 2 home runs. Like, I just didn't expect that from Kikuchi. And the pitcher of the day was Sandy Alcantara out in Miami. You know what I mean? 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 7 Ks, and he didn't give up a homer. Alcantara. Um, our live parlay build that lost. If we look at now, we're about to look at the winning tickets. Um, I call this my safe play. Each day I do a safe play, something that you know what I mean. I feel should easily win. And yesterday, that cash. I do a theme. Yesterday was 3, 4, 5, and that cashed. Um, the live parlay, we missed it by three. Wheeler, Cameron, and Kikuchi, they cost us on that beautiful parlay build. Um, this was my over. This was my spicy one, and that one lost. You know, Wheeler, Valdez, I called it. Wheeler and Kikuchi. You know what I mean? Like you would expect like that to be a slam dunk, but we missed. And like I said, the pick of the day with that technicality, we lost. So that was yesterday's report. And now we're going to get into today's report. Um, Matchup of the day is that Padres Dodgers matchup. You got Dylan Cease versus Blake Snell. Uh, Our top five pitchers of the day. Dylan Cease at 169. You got Sonny Gray, the Cardinals, 148. Max Fried with the Yankees at 135. Zach Littell, Cincinnati with 100. And Tyler Anderson out in Los Angeles with the Angels with 97. Today's pick of the day is a two-leg parlay. We got Woo out in Seattle with over 5.5 Ks. And then we got Burt out in Chicago. I got him over 5.5 Ks. Over 3.5 Ks, I'm sorry. So let's get into, first off, why did I pick those two? Uh, let's see here, Burt. All right, first we up on Woo. His line is at 5.5. And I did this right. I'm looking, I'm like, damn, a lot of green, you know what I mean? You know, I do my filters, slap those on. It was looking good. I'm like, damn, at least 5, right? And he also has some head-to-head matchup. Or no, he don't. I'm sorry. No head-to-head, but I looked at his last 5, his last 10, his last 20. You know, he's facing the Mets. Bro, I'm just I'm just saying, I think he'll continue to perform. But if you notice every day an elite pitcher underperforms. It's just who, bro? I don't know. You know what I mean? What the fuck, bro? But right now, this is looking good. He's part of the pick of the day. Um, and let's go with Burke. He's in a division matchup here. His line is at 3.5. Uh, I put it on the season, you know, more green than not. Uh, they do have head-to-head history. I looked at that and I'm like, okay. And that was this year too. He only had 2 Ks in 6 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits, and he let up a home run. But then I was like, okay, let's look at his last 5. Phenomenal. Last 10. But look at this, man. You know? So I'm like, okay, maybe that game was just a hiccup and he got his shit together, you know? So I'm looking. And these games with the 2Ks, you got Toronto, Miami, Kansas City, and Oakland. That one right there. That okay, beginning of the season. Chalk that up, you know. You have your outliers, right? I look at the season, man, and I'm like, damn, he only had, you know, so first game, he only had 2Ks against them back in May. Ever since then, right? You look at May, right? Back in that early May, ever since then, he's been solid. So I'm, you know, this could go either way. You know what I mean? But I feel like he should get 4. If he got 2 last time and he's pitching better, feel like against a division rival, he know them, they know him. I mean, I just feel like he'll get 4. So that's my rationale behind the pick of the day. And now we got a full slate, 15 games, and we're going to go over these 4 here: Milwaukee, Cincinnati, Detroit, Minnesota, Yankees, Cardinals, and the Padres, Dodgers. We're going to build the live parlay off of these 4 games here. So let's get into it. But once again, before we get into it, say, hey, Jay Will, how do I get access to these picks? Once again, the link is in the description. Join the Dub Club, join the YouTube Tier 3 executive tier. You know, you get access to all that. The home run picks from Dez. Yesterday was fire. We got a live Discord. Join it. Link in the description. All right. Milwaukee, Cincinnati. Yesterday was a good day too. It's a good day all around. Pitching and home runs. You know, a lot of people hit. I didn't. My combo didn't work out, but it's all right. You know, we're gonna try to go, you know, back to back. Um, Milwaukee, Cincinnati. You got Cal Quantrill versus Brian Bello. Hmm. Wait, Milwaukee, Cincinnati. I'm on the wrong fucking game. I'm on Miami. Like that don't look like. Here we go. There we go. Quinn Priester versus Zach Littell. They both the lines is at 3.5. Let's check it out. Priester. It's already at 3.5. Looking at the season, 60%, 59. Slap some filters. Okay. Filters looks good. Do they have any head-to-head matchup? They do. Let's start there. And this was this year, back in June. 5 innings, 4 Ks, 1 earned run, 2 hits, no home runs. He almost pitched 88, almost pitched 90. Let's look at his last 5. Mets, his last outing, 2 Ks, 6 earned run, 10 hits. Wow, it got to him. I'm looking at his last 5 hits averaged. I guess that 10 bumped it up, but he might be a hits allowed candidate. Priester, Cincinnati, right? Cincinnati. Let's look at his last 10. Yeah, 3 against the Cubs and 3 against the Cardinals, who are way better than Cincinnati. Well, maybe he just had an off game. That was almost a week ago. I'm rolling with the over, bro. I'm rolling over. Looking at this, the head to head, I like the over. 3.5. Boom. Get in. Littell. Let's check him out. 3.5. Let's go on the season. 63% head to head. And this was when he was with Tampa back in May. Uh, last 5, it's like he's giving you at least 3. Oh, wow. 2 against Cincinnati here. Let's look at that head to head again. What? Oh, damn. He's with them now. Okay. That was against them. All right. I'm like, what? With this 2? But all right. Um, last 10. I think I'm gonna go with the safe 3. Uh, got 4, no 5 in the head to head. Milwaukee. Hmm. I don't know. I think they lose today just because they're on a 13-game winning streak, which is like the most they went. I think it ends today. I'm gonna go with that safe 3 for Littell. He could go over. I don't know which Milwaukee shows up. They could just be like that team of destiny. They could make a 20, what was it, 19, 20 game run like Oakland did in that movie with Brad Pitt. Get the name of it. All right, next game. Moneyball. Yeah, how could I forget? Detroit, Minnesota. It's later in the evening. It sucks for me because I gotta wait all day. You know what I mean? To see my team, man. You got Casey Mize versus Zebby Matthews. Uh, Casey Mize, let's check him out. Line is at 4.5. We're on the season. See, man, he's as far as over 4.5. Looking at that, not over, bro. Slap some filters on it. It make you want to say, okay, look at that. That looks good. It does. But I know they got head to head, so let's start there. And look at that. Only one time he went over. Um, it was recently too, back in June. But this is this is safe right here to me, especially against division rival. You look at his last five, that's his mark, man. He's good for four. Might get you five. This game, I don't know what happened. One earned run, three hits, one inning. I think he got hurt or something. I don't know. I think he was injured. Yeah, because no, I don't know what happened that game, bro. But we're gonna go with four for mines to get you that easy. Zebby Matthews, let's check him out. Zebby. What kind of name is that? His line is at 5.5. Season. Okay, you haven't played that much. 9 games. So his last 10 is what we're looking at here. Slap some filters. Home game. Detroit batting. Hmm. Zebby has history. Let's look at that head to head. I remember this game. It just was 10 days, 11 days ago. He got 6 Ks in 5 innings, one earned run, 5 hits. He didn't let up a homer. Yeah, just like I thought, he's pretty good. As far as strikeout wise against the Tigers. And his last five look decent too. It's like he'd give you at least four, as much as nine. That's, let's look at his last 10. Like I said, that's really the whole season. And I'm gonna go with five. I don't know if he goes over that, but he will get five easily. So Zebby, five. Next game. Two, three, five for four. Zebby for five. Fried versus Gray. This is also a good matchup, right? I contemplated it as being, you know, one of the matchup of the day, but I picked the Dodgers Padres because it's like that's an intense division matchup, and you got two decent pitchers. But let's look at Fried and Gray. Line is at 5.5 for Fried. Yesterday, somebody in the comments asked me, you know, point out pitchers who are susceptible for home runs and how I would do that real quick. I would go to Prop Finder. That's where you get your good in-depth pitcher batter info. You go there, you know, and real quick. Once this loads up, I'm gonna tell you what I look for. Even though I don't do home run bets, but like I do Tigers bets, and I try to see which Tiger is gonna hit a home run. And how I check that is, all right, let's see, let's take this off of hits, put it on strikeouts, right? Or no, home runs allowed. Where is that? No, they don't have home runs allowed. All right, just gonna put it on strikeouts, and I'll just show you a picture of what I look for. On this here, you got your stat cast, and it shows these metrics. And what I look for in a pitcher who's susceptible for letting up home runs, if their pull rate is higher than 40% and their fly ball rate is higher than 40%, if both of those are 40 or higher, that's a good indicator of a pitcher who would let off a home run, right? So let's try to see if we can find one real quick. Let's look at Lorenzen. And all I'm looking at is fly ball rate, pull rate. They 40-40, we got to match. And that's all. That's one of the indicators. Then I go batter, pitcher. You know what I mean? Like if I see Burke throws these pitchers to righties, or you know what I mean? Like I look at that right-hand batter's left, which one they give up the most home runs to, and it looks like it's left. So I would focus on a left-hand batter that hits the changeup. You see, that's where it's green at. That's where he gave up the most home runs. So that's another way, right? So where do they give up the most home runs to? Left hand, right hand batter. Which pitch? Then you see, does this pitcher give up the pull rate above 40% and his fly ball above 40%? All of that matches up. I feel like that's a 100%, concoction for success. Now look, here we go, right here. Ryan Nelson. There you go. Fly ball 40%, pull rate 53%. This is a guy who's gonna give up a home run today, in my opinion. And I don't do home run bets. So who are they facing today? Colorado. Somebody from Colorado is hitting a home run today. All right. Based on that. So that's how, you know, I determine pitchers who are susceptible for a home run. I hope that answered your question. All right, back to Fried over here. His line is at 5.5. Let's put it over 5.5. Let's put it on the season. It's 54%. Now let's slap some filters. Way games, matchup grade. Okay. With that, filters is 60%. Now let's clear the filters and just look at his previous performances. No head to head. Last five, shaky, man. Like these games here, okay, Toronto, Chicago, but Houston 3, this last 10, I don't know, man. I'm seeing inconsistencies here. He's facing the Cardinals. They don't strike out much. His line is at 5.5. His last 10 games, last five, is telling me, I don't know. I don't think he does. But it says no head to head, but it's looking at recent starting pitcher stat lines versus the Cardinals. And you got some that's over Imanaga, Ray, Otani, Glasnow, Cease, but everybody else didn't. So Pride is not on their levels, I feel like, in my opinion. You know, maybe Ray, like he got lucky, but these other pitchers are better than him, in my opinion. I'm going under, bro. Under for Fried. He does not get 6 against the Cardinals. Now let's look up Sonny Gray. Mm, no head to head. Let's look at his season. What is his line at? It's at 6.5. Okay. Uh, Now I already have it on under. And for the season, he's 71%. So it's already telling me to fade him. Let's see what that over. Hmm. Doesn't like it, but let's see. What about the filters, home games, matchup grade? Let's see what that says. Nothing. So we just gotta go no head to head. Let's look at his last five. I'm gonna just go five, bro. I know. All right, Pride faded under 5.5. And Gray is doing at least five. All right, on to the last game. Uh, Pause this real quick. Right. All right, let's see here. On to the last game. You got the Padres and the Dodgers. Let's check it out. Dylan Cease, Blake Snell. The line for Cease is at 6.5. Let's check him out. Rightfully so. Cease is the man. Let's look at his season. It's 58%. Let's have some filters on. Away. Matchup grade. Facing the Dodgers. It's looking good. Um, let's look at the head-to-head. Hmm. Okay, this is last year, right? All this red, and then this is this year. So it's like, he's a improved Cease from last year. And the two times he faced them this year, which were both back in June, he had 9 and 11 Ks respectively. I've let's look at his last five, bro. Last five. Look at that five against Miami. That was Philly and KC. This one I would say is surprising. The KC one, no. It's a rival. He knows them. I'm going over, bro. He gets seven. He gets seven. Against the Dodgers, I feel like he gets seven, you know. Um, let's see, look at everything else. Earned runs might get you one. Uh, they get to him. Look at that, 6 earned runs. So at least 2 earned runs, 4 hits. Okay, they got to him hit wise last time, but he still got the Ks. This when I do my, strikeout, I, you know, not concerned with the hits allowed and all that, just the Ks. But this other stuff is, stuff you look at if you want to do other props. Um, all right, let's look up Snell. Now he's recently coming back from injury. What is his line at? His line is at 5.5. Let's put it on over 5.5 for the season. See, he only played 4 games, you know? His first 2 games, 2 Ks, you know? And see, look at this. All right. First game of the season, 2 Ks. Then another game in April. Then he got injured or something, and he just came back. So started off the year injured. He's just coming back, and he's been on fire. Like Tampa Bay, Toronto. He got 10 on Toronto. That's you know, um, no head to head. So this is all we going off of is his season stats right here. Throw a filter, game. Yeah, we can't. It's not enough data to go real in depth. This is more so a gut play, and I'm gonna go with 5. I'm not gonna say over, even though I feel like he will go over. Like I feel like this guy is pretty good, but I'm gonna just go with the 5. right? And there goes the live parlay right there, plus 1521 odds. I'm going to plug this in. Free play of the day. Let's go over that. Free play of the day, once again, it's that two-leg parlay with Woo out in Seattle and Burt in Chicago. Both of them to go over at plus 22, plus 229 odds. Sorry. So those are my two free plays of the day. You want to see my spicy plays, my safe play, and more, join the Dub Club. Link in the description. YouTube tier 3 executive tier. Link in the description. Discord is popping. You get the home run plays and all that. It's going to be a good day today. I appreciate you for your time. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you like, what you don't like. Did you play the bet? Did you not? What did you win on? What would you like to see and all that? You know, once again, appreciate you for your time. Let's get this money.